Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brickformula review of LEGO set 10216, the Winter Village Bakery. It has 687 pieces for ages 12 and up, and it's from the Creator Series, and this set retails for $54.99. And I would like to give a shout out to Lego is So Cool Like, Killer Production 209, and Thomas 77009. They are the subscribers who had requested that I review this set, so everyone check out their channels. And moving forward, here on the front, we see a pretty cool scene. Although I do wonder, why isn't anyone helping that guy? They're like totally ignoring him. Anyway, here are the parts, and you'll see them again towards the end of the video. And here is the back, where we see the minifigures. And I'll have more on that later. And we see some other neat little pictures here. Anyway, I'll talk about this set in more detail coming up. Here are the minifigures, and there's a lot. First up is this healthy looking young lady dressed up all in red, and there she is, and she looks pretty serious about what she eats. She'll only eat stuff that tastes good, which is like everything. And next we have this pretty young lady who is pretty slim. You could tell because they have these lines here to try to make her look skinny. There's no details on the back, and she's wearing these ice skates over here, and these do not attach to the studs by themselves, which is why they added these transparent pieces to hold her up. And she has an alternate face, and that's what she looks like after you tell her that she looks fat. And if you thought that was pretty messed up, you should see her kid, because he's a little perv. You don't believe me? Let me show you a picture. And it's right here in the instruction book. See, there he is. He's trying to snap a picture of this person who just went right into the snow and just waiting for the right moment, which is when he or she splits open her legs. I know this is just to show an embarrassing moment, but still, I guess it's up to your own interpretation, and it looks questionable at best. But anyway, he's wearing a dark shirt, and he has an alternate face where he's crying because Brickformula called me a perv. Well, son, it's not too late to turn it around. You can use that camera to make some brick films, and there we go. Look, he's smiling again. What a great idea. And next we have another kid who I thought was pretty random. There's his face, and he's just here to feed a green apple to the horse. He has no ice skates. I don't see his parents around. I would invite him over, but he would probably never leave after he sees how much Lego sets I have. But anyway, next is the baker. He's got a tray of muffins over there, which is pretty nice, and he knows that the secret to any woman's heart is through food. That's right. You complete me. No kidding. Anyway, let's take a closer look. He's got some lines over there on his chest, which means that he's probably got a big belly. Next we have the guy who sells the Christmas trees. It's weird, he actually looks like the guy I met last year. And it looks like he's back again, which means that business was good. And it was so good that he hired another guy to deliver the trees on a horse-drawn carriage. And there he is. I guess that's one way to help the unemployment rate, one job at a time. And there he is, a little bit expressionless, which is what happens when you have a new job. Anyway, let's take a look at the business that they have. Here's the tree stand that they use to operate their little business, and it's a very simple design, really easy to build, and here it is all around. We have a shovel on one side and a broom on the other, which is pretty essential. And up here we have a sign, and that's where you can put this sticker. And you can get a small tree for $100 and the big tree for $200. Well, for the record, this set comes with one small tree and 3 big trees. Since the small tree is already planted next to the frozen pond over here, that means he's only selling big trees. And this set only has 1 money brick, so it looks like no one's buying trees and he's not selling any. Where did it all go wrong? Looks like he's going to stay out here in the cold for a while, and he probably won't be back next year. Here's the Horsedrawn Carriage, and this is also a very simple design, and it's easy to build. There it is from the side. There's the top. There's the bottom, and as you can see, there's no suspension here, making this one really bumpy ride. There it is from the back, and I like how they have this wreath over here. It's a really nice touch. And there's the front. Now, what's unusual about this set is that usually when you have a horse, they usually give you an extra brick to fill in the middle here if you decide to take the horse away from the carriage. But this set doesn't have it, so it looks like this guy's stuck here. And over here in the middle, we have a stud to prevent this from turning a full 90 degrees. On this side, we have a whip, and that side we have an axe for chopping trees or to kill anyone who gets in your way. And these can move down like that. That's as far as it goes because the reef is in the way. And there we go. At best, it can probably hold 2 trees, but he's better off just taking 1 tree because he's paid by the hour, not per tree. So technically, it's better for him to work slower and less efficient. Anyway, let's take a look at the frozen pond. Here's the frozen pond, and this is pretty nice. And here's what it looks like all around. On this side, we have a bench, and over here we have 2 trees. So if you can't afford it, you can steal it from here. And if you don't have the space, you can steal these 2 baby ones instead. And the next thing you'll probably notice is this person who got stuck over here. And that part can move just like that. And on the official website, it says that this set comes with 7.5 minifigures. Well, you saw 7 earlier. There's that half that they mentioned. And there's no extra torso to go with this. So what you see here is a permanent resident. So it sucks to be him or her. There's the kid again with the camera. And there's the friend who's trying to save that person, but she's not going to make it. And over here we have these transparent light blue plates, which is really nice. And those aren't holes that you see there. That's just simply the bottom of the plate. And up here we have the owl, which is really cool too. And there we go. Overall, it's pretty nice. Let's take a look at the bakery. Finally, we have the main attraction, which is the bakery. And it looks pretty nice just by itself. And it's pretty well decorated for the holiday season too. Up here we have the lights over the windows. And down here we have a reef with some hollies. This door over here can open up, although you should be careful on the way in because it looks like you can trip over that. Over here we have a lamppost and a sign here, and that's where you can put this sticker over here, which looks like a pretzel. Now, before I show you the rest of the building, I just want to point out that the roof over here is kind of loose, and I guess it's okay. I'm not looking to blow this house down anytime soon, but I just want to point that out. On the side here, we have another reef and a tree. And that looks almost like the other side over here, except that we have a vent up here. And here's the back, and there's quite a bit of stuff to do over here. Up here we have a empty crate, and there's a light brick, and I'll show you what that looks like in the dark. We have an open oven, which is really nice, and there's a paddle over here. There's a cash register and a money brick over the counter, and right below that is a display case where we have these 2 things over here. My guess is that is some kind of cake. To tell you the truth, I have no idea, but anyway. And over there we have another display case to show all the baked goods that you have. And let's take a closer look. We have a croissant. It looks like some brownies, some pink muffins. It looks like some green things. I'm guessing it's a donut with some green frosting. And it looks like 2 piles of balls next to it. Well, I know it's the ice cream brick, but I'm gonna guess it's munchkins over there. Now, what's also weird about this bakery is that right there in the middle there is another crate, and that's where you hold the bread. It's actually very awkward to get to. In fact, it's almost impossible for me. But anyway, if you really want it, I guess that's the best way to get it. And there's the bread. And now to show you what this thing looks like in the dark. Here is what the winter village looks like at night. And we'll start with the bakery. And there it is. And you can see all the baked goods lit up over there, so that's pretty nice. Next we have the toy shop. There we go. And finally we have the post office, which is right over here. In my opinion, I think it would look better if those things could stay on. I guess you'll have to do that with either scotch tape or some extra bricks, whatever you like. And there we go, on to the recommendations. Overall, I say it's a pretty good set. Value wise, it's really good too because we have 8 cents a piece. And let's take a closer look at what we're getting. You'll probably notice that we have a pretty rare color over here, which is this right here, which is like a caramel color. And when you compare that to the croissant, it's actually lighter. You see that? The croissant is a dark orange color. So this is one of the very few sets that have it. I think the other ones that have it are the Prince of Persia sets, and I think maybe the Harry Potter, the Burrow set. But the point is, it's pretty rare, and at 8 cents a piece is pretty good. If you want to get them individually, you can get them on Bricklink, and the color you're looking for is medium dark flesh. Anyway, when you look at the play value, it's excellent as well. We have some ice skaters, we have trees that you can buy and sell, and we have a bakery. And as you can see, we have a party here, and what's a party without the food? Okay, so that's what the baker provides. Of course, one could argue, what's a party without the girls? But we get that too as well in this set, so you really can't go wrong. Now, I often get the question, which one would I prefer out of all the Winter Village sets if you can only get one? Well, personally, I think they're all different and they're all really great. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably go with the toy shop, simply because I love Christmas trees. And this looks like a lot of fun to decorate, because you always get these little pieces left over from many of the sets, and you can use that to decorate the tree any way you like. But still, the bakery is a lot of fun just by itself as well. And in the end, I think once you get one, you're going to have the urge to get the other ones too. And that's it. That sums up my review. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.